Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Factorio, the Steam release. So, we've got a completed station for fuel to come in. We can go check out that train real quick. So he's filling up pretty quick. There's no lights down here, which is kind of a mistake. It is interesting how one side... seems to be being favored. The inserters can only pick up usually off the top. Like, they're not fast enough. Those blue belts just ram stuff down their throat, so... we'll see if this train is enough. We might even throw down a second coal train. Not that we really need it, it's just... I don't like the idea that it's not running well. This train comes in, and... standard unload that we've been using. This is not really enough to saturate a blue belt. That's one of the complaints that we've had so far. We only have 8 inserters unloading. And apparently it takes 9 inserters per side of a blue belt. So that's a lot of blue belt. A lot of inserters to unload and saturate a blue belt. So none of this needs to be blue, but we had the blue stuff, so we made it blue. Fuel comes up. You know what? It really only needs to be a single lane, it looks like. We'll keep it 2. It's already built. Why take stuff down when you don't need to? It's not like I'm hurting for resources. Well, I am, but... and then it side loads up here. Fully saturated belt here. We should speed this section up a little bit, I think, as well, just to guarantee that we're getting full compression from the side loading. You know, get in, get out, side load, go. And that's going to pretty well shut down the ability for this one to side load in. And then I guess what we could do is, why don't we place a bend here? So now we're only side loading the solid fuel. Which means that if we have enough coal coming in, the solid fuel isn't going to even get created. So these will just all shut down. Okay, so we've solved the power issue. Power's looking fine, totally fine. The factory's not even really running. We haven't done any research in a little while. I guess bullet damage. Why not? We are still completely out of lubricant. We have too much petroleum is the problem. So let's go solve that problem by turning all of our petroleum into plastics and stuff, so that we can make lots of robots. The robot revolution will begin today. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a nice long column making engines into electric engines. Electric engines are going to require... damn, lubricant. Looks like we're probably going to need to make the advanced circuit thing first. So we're going to go all the way down here. It's really far away. I don't particularly like this thing anymore. Like, I like that it's balanced for that one machine. And we do need some more of that belt, actually. That's a lot of belt. That's too much belt. That's where all my lubricant went. So, I wouldn't mind having more space to keep expanding this, but for now, we'll just kind of eyeball it, and we'll say we're going to make some circuits here. Okay, so this is the new layout that I'm liking for green circuits. And again, we're just going to start using blue belt for everything because I'm lazy. And I don't want to have to upgrade it later. So, it's going to be something like this. Ah, damn it, splitters. This is a real problem. I just don't think I'm ready for all this. Built it one too close. Okay, and out you go. So we put one splitter here, or one guy like that. Put those guys there, and this thing's good to go. And what I like about this is that the two inputs for this are just adjacent to each other. They're right next to each other. And compared to the previous setup where we've got like 4 inputs, one on each side. Granted, this is only going to do one side. Like, it's going to load up just one side of the belt, but we just use a splitter to fix that. So, you know, whatever. Do maybe some more bullet damage or bullet shooting speed or something. There we go. Okay, let's pull the copper all the way down. That's a long way to go. Well, something about that feels wrong. I don't really know. I can't see that far. I don't know what's happening with it. Oh, jeez. Oh, the inserter's backwards. Or the splitter, rather. That would explain it. Okay. So, should we pull up the tool again to see how many red circuits we can support with this number of things? Because that's the whole goal of this thing, is we're going to make some red circuits. For robots and stuff. I'm thinking like over here-ish. We're going to start making our red circuit assembly machines. So we'll do our copper coil first, followed by the 8. What I don't like about this though is that I actually want the coil production to be separated slightly from the red circuits so that I can just expand endlessly outward. So let's do this. We'll go coil production. Feed out. You're going to go up. And then we'll just go directly into the reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You need 3 inputs. So we should actually shift you over by 1. And the thing you need more of is actually the coil. So I actually kind of prefer for it to be more like... You know what? I'm gonna just have to... No, shift it back again. One of these days I'm gonna find a design that I absolutely fall in love with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... And then we won't have to mess with it anymore. We can just save it in the blueprint string and endlessly do that. Okay, output is going to go here. Connect our power along this bottom area still. These are going to run up first. so that we can eventually use modules to make them better, and then they'll come back down. So all we need now is our copper input. Can't get that any faster, can we? We need the circuits. Something is wrong. Oh, I reversed these. Derp. Okay, okay, that is fixed. Okay, and plastic. I think we're going to make that maybe right here. And I'm not going to check the ratios on these, but we're going to make more than enough plastic. Okay. That'll be that. That'll be the petroleum. We'll connect in using the bottom guy on each one. We'll run power here. No. Inserters go here and here. Power... Okay, nope. Never mind. Inserters do go on the top one. Actually, I want these inserters to be adjacent to each other because they usually do a better job with compression that way. Now we gotta run the coal all the way down there. And unfortunately, it's not a pure... Ah, see, crap. I messed up. I messed up bad. Because I allowed the solid fuel to go down this line. Shoot. That's kind of a rookie mistake there, derp. Derp dee derp. Okay. It can be fixed, don't worry. Solid fuel's good, but it's only supposed to be coal going down there. So how can we solve that? We only want solid fuel to be able to go to these guys. So I think that's maybe a simple fix. We'll just use some smart inserters. Okay, so from now on, only coal can go down there. Solid fuel can still feed in this way, and coal can feed in this way if it's necessary, but now we have to do quite a bit of solid fuel purging. Which means we're going to end up with quite a bit of this junk in our inventory. suppose it could be worse. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. We could just use a smart inserter here. Instead of having to, like, do it manually, we could just set it and forget it. We'll see if that's going to be enough. I think we might need more. Just in case I'm going to kind of go nuts with it. That's like 10,000 that we can store, so hopefully that will be enough. Get some more chests on us. Let's get back down here now. So, assuming that it gets corrected. We kind of need to wait for it to get corrected, though. So we'll just kind of put the line in. I'm like mostly sure that that's the correct distance and that these have gotten off a bit. One, two, three. No, it is 3. Okay. So coal will come down soon-ish. Let's get the petroleum a little bit further down here. We have to go a long distance now. We actually get this stuff connected in. But finally, we're going to be able to use some of this damn petroleum, right? That's the goal anyway. That's something that the developer really needs to change. Being able to just click drag underground pipe should automatically extend a max distance, unless you click again. Just like with electric poles. Like, how is that not in the game? I don't understand it. Okay, so we got tons of petroleum available. Let's go check and see if that thing is actually cleansed yet. You know what? The problem is it's not gonna cleanse as fast as I want. It's only gonna cleanse at the rate that this thing consumes coal. So no, I'm gonna have to just do this. Just stand here and collect the solid fuel. They implement pipe drag in 0.13. Awesome. Sounds like it's on its way. Good deal. See, this is what happens when you play Factorio late at night and you just like keep on fixing things and then realize that you didn't actually fix them, you kind of made them worse. Can happen. It's a pretty long belt too. We'll see. I want to get this thing working right now, so we're just going to take the time to cleanse it out. It's quite a bit of solid fuel though, isn't it? I'm going to run up the belt. I'm just concerned about this underground belt and some of the solid fuel being actually underneath this right now. So I'm waiting for a break where it's all coal. And then we're going to run up and check it all. I think we look like we might be good now. I think we're good. Let's just kind of go confirm. Interesting that it's only on one side. And now completely empty. This is why it's a bad idea to mix belts. In my head, I'm thinking, oh yeah, fuel. Any kind of fuel that can go together, right? Solid fuel, coal, same thing. No, they're not the same thing at all. There we go. There's a shipment of coal coming in from... Okay, so because the furnaces aren't using much coal... I think we're just gonna do this. We're gonna change this setup. This solid fuel is just not even gonna merge into the coal line. Period. We will reverse these belts. Merge them together. And let's start off by just like running the solid fuel parallel to the... See, the only problem with this is that I kind of do want the solid fuel to be able to go to these guys. Let's just not use solid fuel. Let's just not use it at all. It's set up for later. If I have an emergency energy crisis, I can go fix it. But for now, it's just not. We're not going to do it. You know, it's just. Let's turn it off. We have a coal depot now, like a coal station. So that solves that problem entirely. The coal line should just stay coal. Crisis averted. Okay. Well, 90% sure the lines are cleansed anyway, so... Yeah, making coal great. That's the new campaign slogan. Making coal great again. It's a coal factory. Just gonna live off coal. Nothing else. We got plenty of coal on hand here to get started with it. So let's go down there and get some plastics being made. We'll throw the plastics in with the green. Get this whole thing being made, and the next thing I want to work on then is engines, and this whole thing is going to be dedicated to making robots, so that's going to be the main thing, is I want like 8 engine factories, and directly next to those we want electric engine factories. Okay. We need more space, don't we? So I want to run these in a loop. Slight loop. You need steel, gears, and that guy. I don't make those things on the bus. But it's just iron. Iron and steel. It would certainly be nice to be able to make the iron or the steel locally. But as is, we'll have to bring down the stuff from the bus. So there's going to be steel. We will need a longer belt, another belt here. The thing that you need more of is pipe, but it's not really a big issue. Let's run the steel on the outside. So run steel up to here. We'll give you the long-handed inserters. Okay, and I don't really want to make stuff right next to this bus, but I guess we're going to have to. No, we don't have to. Could make it here. There's barely enough room. Yeah, this'll work. It's not exactly pretty, but it'll work. So we need that, and we need gears. So iron's gonna come up just to here. Input, input. Curve it slightly so that it doesn't have any issues. Output, output. Under, under. At least we have enough blue belt now that we don't have to really worry about it. There was definitely a shortage there for a while. Okay, so that'll do that. It should be more than enough to support the engines. Engines are going to get made. Engines are going to come out. From here. We will go... Let's just think about this before we get them started. We want circuitry, and that's it. So, circuits and engines. Engines are going to come down on that belt, and we can run them down to here. And if we need engines, we're going to grab them into a chest. I think we'll put the lubricant on this side. Which means we can run circuits here. I think when you copy paste the design for engines like this, it should automatically remember which side the pipe is on. And that should be part of the design. Like, part of the copy paste mechanic, you know? Okay, we need space for the output, so we're not going to be able to do just a pipe all along this whole edge. The output's going to go up first. Again, so that we can use modules without having to worry about, like, priority order. it's something that I think is going to work out well for me. Which means that we actually want to do like underground pipe like this. Okay, you need inputs. You need your lubricant and you need the circuits to be connected in. I don't know that this guy's going to be able to handle it, but let's find out. I do have circuits on the bus, but this is kind of like a specialty circuit area for this setup. Okay, so that gives you what you need. Now we run the pipe. And now we do one last thing, which is to connect in the lubricant, which we are pretty short on. Might have to do some extra work to, like, just ramp up lubricant production. We could go back to regular oil processing so we get more heavy oil. I think part of the issue is that I've made so many blue belts without really having, like, the rest of the oil industry consumption proper. Like, we're just not using very much petroleum right now. And I keep on forgetting to do research, too. So there's always that. You know, research that. Sure, why not? So if we ever do get lubricant in, we'll start making electric engine units, which can come down to here. We'll restrict those. Eventually we will be turning those into robots. Yeah, research goes by pretty quick, doesn't it? Right, okay, well, I'm going to take a break here. As always, thank you for watching, and I do look forward to seeing you again in the next episode. So, thanks, and I'll see you soon.